So you're moving to Huntsville, Alabama. Well, today I'm going to show you one of the best, and honestly, I think it could be the best suburb here of Huntsville, Alabama. You probably haven't even heard of it before yet. We're going to talk about what Decatur has to offer, and by the end of the video, you're going to know whether this city is the right fit for you, or if you can just check off this city from south of the river off your list entirely when you come to relocate here. But it's affordable for a reason. You're gonna find out through this video what those reasons are. All right, so here we are. This is one part of the downtown, but I had to show you this. This would have been a lot better if this was around the holidays, but this area right here is where Decatur does its Tinsel Trail, which is really cool. You have different businesses. Usually businesses are promoting themselves by, they'll sponsor a Christmas tree, they'll decorate it. Some years are better than others. This Old State Bank is right behind. I think that's like one of the oldest buildings in Decatur. But that's why this street that we're gonna show you, which is one part of the downtown, is called Bank Street, because there's the bank for it. So Decatur was really cool. It's got one of the I didn't even know this until filming this video. Didn't pay that much attention to it. But Decatur has the largest collection of Victorian era homes between the two historic districts, Albany and, I don't remember the name of the other one, but the two historic districts here for houses. I'll tell you though, what I love about the historic districts is during the holidays, they will, and this is one of our family's traditions, during the holidays, you'll see a lot of the people, the residents who live there decorates, they go all out for the holidays. Like there's contests and stuff. You see like first, second, third place prize for this, for like best lights or best store display or whatever it may be. It's a lot of fun. Like we'll at least once a year during the season, we'll take an evening, because I'll tell you that too, it gets dark early here because there is absolutely no twilights. So in North Alabama. So when it gets dark after daylight savings times, 5 o'clock, pitch black. It's dark. There's no evening twilight hour. So during the holidays, we'll get some cocoa usually and go hot cocoa and go drive, take a look at the lights and the downtown, just weave back and forth. My wife, and she's been here, she has actually lived in Decatur for 21 years now. That's crazy. And something too, like, she's still learning things about this city, about this area. You get so stuck in your normal routines that it's easy not to expand. It's easy to miss a lot of things going on. And I think that's really, any of these areas that you go to, you gotta be intentional if you really want to feel connected to the area. She's been here 21 years. She can but she still doesn't feel like she's from here. I've been here 12 years. I'll tell you right now, I'm not from here. I don't think anyone here gets that mixed up. Honestly, we don't normally really come out here very much unless it's pretty much around the holidays. It's just not part of our normal routine. The park we'll go to, which we'll show you a little bit later. Can't wait to show you. I think it's the best, hands down the best park in Decatur. What can you tell me about this street, hun? You've lived here longer. You only go to the antique stores? That's fair. Oh, St. McGee's. That's a popular, kind of more upscale restaurant here in Decatur. I believe that is where, I'm trying to remember if that's where I went when I turned 21 for my first drink or not. It was one of these shops here in Decatur. It's been a few years. But it was one of these places here. I know St. McGee's is a popular one. Oh, so one thing I want to hang out on for a little bit, if you are like into fandoms or geeky, look, Huntsville is full of engineers, rocket scientists. You'll fit right in. There is a lot. So we just passed by a shop that's advertising, one of the thrift shops here that are antique shop. Oh no, I'm talking about the RENE fair. Like RENE fair is our big thing here in the area. That look, Huntsville has its own fandom and geek scene. And look, I've been to those things too. It's fun. Not the RENE fair though. We never went to one of those. That would be fun to go to. Maybe when the kids are a little bit older. I had friends invite, so my friends that would go like every year to some of the ones in the area, and never managed to make it. I was always busy, had something going on. But so there's been some revitalization efforts to revitalize the downtown here. You see a few different. I've never ate their Bank Street Grill. Oh, here's the yarn store I was telling you about for any of you crafters. Morgan County Archives. That's cool. These are new. These little downtown. I am not 100% sure if they're condos or apartments. So, I mean, the number one reason really so there's a few things that Decatur has going for it that's completely different from the Huntsville. And it kind of sets this up kind of unique as a suburb. The biggest one is Decatur's got its own, a lot of the cities around Huntsville are very reliant on Huntsville for its for the employment opportunities. They're basically bedroom communities, whereas Decatur has enough of manufacturing. There's a lot of manufacturers here along the river and this side that it can kind of stand apart from Huntsville, although a lot of people here commute to Huntsville as well. So I do think that gives it's a manufacturing city, whereas obviously Huntsville is your rocket city, engineering, all that. Oh, that's a cute little garden here behind me. Squirrel moments. So if you're looking here and you're relocating because of a job transfer, it would be worth checking out the companies, the manufacturing base as well, for opportunities outside of just your engineering hub. And then in which case, if you're going to be on that side, on the riverside, Decatur can be a phenomenal choice. Otherwise, a lot of people like it because, you can kind of get a feel for it. It's kind of a slower pace of life. I mean, this isn't like a Charlotte, North Carolina downtown that's bustling and hustling. It's got a nice, you got a nice place to kind of walk around, but it's not super busy. It's not super expensive, and really the main reason so many people relocate here is because of the affordability that Decatur offers. Like the value that you get in Decatur, the size of house, the lots, especially if you're wanting more land, like we're talking like acres. Decatur can do that like your Madison, your Huntsville, it's just not there, or it's at such high price points. Always have to comment on the heat. If you're not used to Alabama, the heat is just brutal in the summer. When you're in the shade like this, it's bearable, especially if you've been here a while. You start to get a little used to it, although you still get that sticky feeling, that sweaty sticky feeling with the humidity, and just when you get into these long like sunny spots right here, it is warm. I don't think we brought any. I think we have waters in the car. We didn't bring any with us for this walk, but you're definitely gonna have your water with you or something just to stay hydrated. But no, Decatur also, it's a small enough town, so it's a nice kind of in-between city, I would say. I think it's like 50,000 residents, something like that. If you want the stats, the numbers, median household income is around 56,000 or so. Median home price, I think it's around 240, 250. So it's a lot more affordable cost of living. It's a manufacturing town. Your major employers are going to be the manufacturers here along the river. All right, so I'll just tell you the reason that we chose Decatur is that it's big enough that it has all the amenities, all the box stores and your Chili's, your Applebee's, it's big enough to be able to support all that, but then it's small enough that you still have the small town community feel. When you get into an area that's super big, you just lose a bit of that. Here you still feel like it's kind of an everyone knows everyone kind of city. You get involved in a few groups or a few places, and you can really, people here lay down roots, and they're here, they live here for like their whole lives. And so it's a place that you can really lay down roots, get to know people, and it's not transient where they're gonna most likely be gone in 2 years. And so if that's kind of the vibe you're looking for, and if you're willing to put up with a little bit longer of a commute, then this is definitely a city worth checking out. If you're into the, like your Charlottes or your Alexandrias, or any of your big city where you want just endless dining options. Well, honestly, nothing in this area is going to have that, but you're going to be a little bit better off going to Huntsville, Madison, if that's shopping. But if you want just kind of a quiet, where you can just come out here middle of the afternoon, walk around, have a change of pace, go to the park, that kind of thing. If you want to be able to get involved in places and feel like you can break in a lot faster. For us, in our experience, that's what Decatur has done, and that's why we love it here. But we're not gonna, but I'll tell you right now, my wife doesn't want to live here forever. She wants chickens endlessly. She tells me about these chickens that she wants. And so that's gonna end up forcing us outside of the city, because Decatur City doesn't allow chickens. Now there's little pockets of it if you're just right outside the city limits where it's fair game, you're good to go. This has been a city, when we relocated here, it's so funny because when we relocated here, when we lived in Somerville is kind of like middle of nowhere, but you're 35-40 minutes away from Huntsville. You can get to southeast Huntsville area really fast. You're about 30 minutes from Decatur, and you're about 30-35 minutes from Coleman. And so that little 5-minute difference, we just ended up being drawn in here, and the community is what sold us on it. There was a civic chorus that I had joined, the Decatur Civic Chorus. My mom got invested in several, and she still goes to them, some of the knitting groups here in the area. There are our church is there in Priceville, which is just, it's basically, Priceville doesn't even have its own post office, so it's annexed basically to Decatur. And then, different groups, friends here. it's the community, and that's locked us in and keeps us, is the reason we decide to stay here rather than expand out. And honestly, it's a small town, but we love it. It's just that peaceful vibe. It's not the hustle and bustle. You don't get stressed every time you get on the road, because I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Beltline just because of all the endless lights, but you know, I wouldn't trade this vibe, this atmosphere, and then it's got a little bit of character. It's got some culture, the downtown, so it's got a little bit. It's just a city that has enough interesting things to keep the attention, at least for us. So okay, so here we are at what is one of my favorite actually this is my favorite part here in Decatur, Alabama. This is where my family will go. We'll take, you know, we'll set up like a picnic blanket right over here in the grass, and then eat. We'll have like a dinner here on an evening. I'm filming this middle of the day in June. It is brutal. This breeze does feel good right now, but there's like no one here at this park right now. Hardly anyone here right now, but you can see it's not a huge area. The little playground down there is my toddler's absolute favorites. And you know, one thing, I don't know if every area is like this or not, because since being a dad, this is the only area I've lived in with, you know, since being a dad. But like, it is just amazing. We get so many compliments from people about our kids. People seem to be very, you know, not bothered by our kids here. And then like, there's so many cool families that we'll meet over there at the playground. You know, their kids will be playing around, our kids will be playing there, and it's just a good time, good vibe. So I don't know if that's a normal thing for every area, or if people are a little bit more like standoffish with kids. Actually, it's to the point with where our kids, sometimes people are too friendly, and then we're a little bit on guard, if you know what I mean, not wanting people to get too close to them. But I guess friendly is better than being angry at them. But right here, this is our favorite part. You know, being able to look out. What sets this park apart from all the others in the area is this water feature right here. Right now I don't smell the friskies.
The wind's blowing the opposite.
The wind's blowing the opposite direction, so you don't have the cat food. There's a cat food factory, and this is the big gripe. So that bridge right over there behind me, that bridge right there, that's the main way to get to Huntsville that you're going to be going over. And then when the wind blows the wrong way, there's a cat food factory. I don't know if it's Meow Mix, Frisky, some Meow Mix right behind that. So you get that lovely cat treat aroma. Doesn't smell like out of the packaging. Tell you what, the way I don't know what they do with it. But there's a train that will come by right through here, which is fun, and it comes by really slow. You do just, you know, have to be careful. I'm gonna walk on this track just because I can. So it is funny because we'll hang out on these benches right behind us. Actually, you might be able to see my wife back there with the baby right now, but we'll sit back over there sometimes, and then we'll just watch the train come up. It does block the water a little bit, but it just has another piece of character to this place. So, and people will do you'll have different groups and events doing things out here. Like there's times that we were out here, we didn't even know things were going on. It's like, oh, some people are doing music in the park. You know, we'll have times where we're out here. Yeah, you'll see people playing soccer out in this field. And sometimes you'll have like different, I guess, soccer teams or different teams, different groups using this field out here for different events. Yeah, people come out here to sing, play music. So you never quite know what you're gonna get when you come out here, but it's fun. There's mini concerts, yes. And again, our toddler loves that playground down there. They do have some like bigger swings than adult. I like to swing, so adult can swing on too when you're over there with the kids. What else? You can actually walk from here to the downtown area. We've done that before, kind of crisscross around, and you can get to the downtown. It is way too hot today to do that. I'm not gonna drag my wife that far. We'll drive over the downtown and show you that place. Oh yeah, they tend to do boat things out here. Like there is, you know, I'm not a boater, but if you are, like, there's a little marina. Yeah, marina right out there. You'll see people doing their like boating and stuff. I don't know how much I would want to really fish out there because you have all these factories right here on the river.
Catch and release.
Maybe a cat. Yeah, my wife just said do it, catch and release. but it is peaceful out here. This is our favorite. There's a couple other parks in town, but I just wanted to show you this because it has that water view that none of the others have. All right, so if you like this park, if you like the water feature, I've got an even better park for you that I'm going to show as well. So we'll cut over there next. Wow, I am so sorry about the audio quality on this video. It wasn't until I was editing that I realized just how bad it was. But if you stick with me this long, you're a trooper. Right here, I'm showing you the Point Mallard Golf Course we just passed through, and then this community right here we drove by. It's one of the golf course community just outside the Point Mallard Golf Course there, and then the water park is gonna be right next to it. But just want to show you this so you could get a feel for what some of the neighborhoods out here look like. Small lots here, but giant homes, small lots. Let me know if that's something you're looking for or not. I've got an air community at the end I'm going to drive by that has the massive lot sizes and massive houses. I can't wait to show you. It's a little secret spot. Over here is by the water park. So we just drove around through here, the Point Mallard Water Park. It's summer. They are full-blown busy right now. And then this is a new pickleball court that they put up. They've got lots of recreational activities out here. Yeah, you'll see and they've got trails around as well where there's water you can walk around. So I think they actually have 2 pickleball courts out here. Tennis courts, all kinds of activities. It's a pretty big campground, but definitely one of the gems of Decatur. No other city in the area has a water park. And right here, I just want to show you guys, this is headed out this is just some of the driving around footage of Decatur. This is when we head to the park to begin with. Just so you can get a sense for what this day looks like. Here we are on 31. This is parts, you got your Kohl's, Verizon. Going, let's see, over the bridge, Beltline Road. Just kind of jumping all over the city. Rather than just do a very long segment of driving footage, I thought I would just kind of show you bits and pieces. But Beltline Road is going to have pretty much all of your big retail chains. All right, so this is the area. So excited to show you. This is over. If you want to know where this is, hey, you're going to have to reach out to our team. Give us a text, a call, or email, or schedule a meeting with us in the Zoom link in the description. But this area, you've got not a whole lot of new houses coming up for sale here anymore. They're pretty much used. But look at these massive estates, huge homes, massive lot size and estates. It's actually still in the city limits. It's 10 minutes or less from Aldi's. You can hop over to Target in 15 minutes. So everything is right here, but it's just a secluded piece of the country, it feels like, with all the city conveniences. You are going to have a lot of septic tanks out here, something to be mindful of if you're used to city services. But let me know. I mean, this is one of the coolest, one of the best parts that Decatur has to offer is the affordability, the price point, the fact that you can get places like this for, I mean, it would cost you twice as much over in Madison or Huntsville if you could even find properties like these. So if you like what you see, we've got a whole playlist here on more of what it's like to move to Huntsville, Alabama. I'll catch you on the next video.